This video is going to show the removal of the sub-transmission and the magneto, rotor and stator. This engine is out of the frame because I'm going to part it out and sell everything on eBay. But you can do this. In fact, you can do almost everything on the engine of an ATC 110 without removing it from the frame. And it's a little bit easier because the frame holds the engine for you. But the only thing you can't do is split the main case. And to split the main case, you would do that if you need to get to the transmission or the crankshaft or connecting rod or the crankshaft bearings. That's really all that's inside the main case. So pretty much everything else you can do while the engine's in the case, while the engine's in the frame. To start off, to take the sub-transmission off, you need to take these 4 bolts out. And they're probably going to be on really tight. So this tool here, this is a impact screwdriver, and it has 2 pieces. It has the bit and the impact screwdriver itself. And this is really a must-have tool for anybody working on an engine. What you want to do, start off with, there's different bits. Pick one that fits really tight in the screws. Okay, and then you're going to take the bit and you're going to hit it with a hammer right here. Until it breaks the screw loose. Alright, do the same thing for the other 4 screws. The other 3 screws. Okay, the screws are out, and you'll notice that there are 2 long ones and 2 short ones, at least for this particular year, 1984. It does vary for other years. In fact, the sub-transmissions are a little bit different in some of the other years. But the 2 long ones go in the upper right-hand corner and the lower left-hand corner. Next, we're going to take the cover off, and it's probably going to be on really tight, so you're going to have to do some pounding on it. And you should use a soft hammer. This was a rubber hammer here, and just bang on it until you get it loose. Okay. If you have this high-low shifted over here to the high position, the gears will stay in. Otherwise, they may come out in the case, which doesn't really matter that much. Okay, there's a bearing under here. Sometimes it'll still be on here when you take it off. And there's a little thin washer. Sometimes you'll find it inside the case when you take it off. Okay. So you can kind of take everything off here in the unit. Now you're going to have to shift this over a little bit. Okay, that was a thin washer. Okay, here's this gear. There's a shaft on the end of it, pin on the end of the shaft. There's a shift forks. So the gear here, and under the shift fork there's a little ball bearing and a spring. You can take that off if you want to. Okay, to get this next gear, there's a snap ring on there. To get the snap ring off, you need a special pliers that has these 2 little pins on the end of it, and you'll get under the snap ring and pull it off. Okay, there's a snap ring. And this other gear will come off. And you'll notice there's another part in here. There's a flange washer, or spline washer, with the splines on the inside. And there's this piece here. And then there's the gear. Okay, that's the sub-transmission.